Say I am late gets banned. We're just gonna start it off like that. Start it off raw. If anybody comes talking about some, oh my god, you're cooking at this time? Yes, I am. I don't care. I've been very busy today, but I'm still here delivering that good old content. So I just don't want to hear anything at all. Yep, all the notifications going off. It's perfect. That's great. I love it here. I love it here. Everything looks good. I love when this happens. Wonderful times ahead of us. Okay. So, I'm going to be very brief with all this stuff because I have to get started ASAP if I'm gonna ever get this done. Oh my god. Maybe it was a bad idea to do both tonight. But then again, I am a very determined person, so once I get started with something, it's hard for me to not do it anymore. Albeit, it's like 8:32 where I am. I probably won't be done with this until about 11, 12 o'clock tonight. But it's fine. It's gonna be okay. I just need to send out this notification on Instagram. Link. Already have a copy paste from my Twitch. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get started because if I don't get started now, it's not going to get done. Okay, so, title, like the title says, we're going to be doing shrimp tempura rolls with Viet style spring rolls. I wasn't going to do the spring rolls initially, but my friend recommended it, and I was kind of curious, and so I was like, fuck it, we ball. For the spring rolls, I will be using chicken as the meat filling. I know it's like, well, you already have the shrimp, you might as well just use the shrimp, but I have jumbo shrimp for the shrimp tempura, and so that would be a bit too big for the rice paper, and I don't want to overstretch the rice paper. So, yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. To the highest standard. Oh, God. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started. I've already washed my hands, by the way. I'm going to have to wash them again anyway. But the first thing I'm going to do, just because, I'm going to go ahead and grill the chicken for the rolls. Now, you may be thinking, why am I grilling chicken for the rolls? That's because I am going to be shredding chicken. And if you've ever hand shredded chicken, you know it is a nightmare. And so, basically, throughout any downtime I have, I'm just going to be shredding chicken. Like, that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put the chicken in a bowl and shred that chicken. So yeah, that's first step. Then once I get done with the chicken, I'm going to go ahead and get the rice started, take care of the shrimp. Those two get done about the same time. That way I can go ahead and prepare the sushi rolls. And while doing that, I don't have too much to worry. I have everything laid out over here, by the way, if y'all can't see it. Just about everything's laid out. The shrimp is sitting in the sink because I was running hot water over it to unthaw it. But only thing I have to worry about cutting today is the cucumber and the avocados, but avocados take literal seconds to cut. Although I am starting a bit later than I would like, I'm not going to rush anything at all. I'm going to still give everything the proper time and care that it needs, so that way we don't run into any potential like burnings or anything like that. But that being said, I'm going to need music. Alright. Okay. So, that eye's hot. We're going to go ahead and get that chicken going. I'm going to try to do 2 breasts a piece. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't work, we're not going to worry about it. think this is the first time I've kind of just like jumped into the actual cooking portion itself. But just trying to waste as less. I don't want really any stalling, basically. I want to be able to like get everything going and just be moving at all times, because that's what it's gonna take for this not to end up being a 4-hour VOD. Gonna go ahead and put the gloves on. The chicken's already unthawed, by the way. Did that earlier. Always put on gloves when you're dealing with raw chicken. There we go. And I'm going to be cooking 2 breasts at a time. Oh, well, I thought it was unthawed. It'll be alright. I'll save this big breast piece for last. Let each side cook for about 6 minutes. So at 8:44, I can go ahead and put that. Now while that's happening, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up that cucumber. I'm going to use my new knife. I just got this from my sushi making kit that I just got. I'm going to sharpen it a bit just in case. There we go. I mean, I'm not really doing much, just chopping up a cucumber into strings. First, I'm gonna wash it real quick. I think these are some of the most... Wait. This shit is actually slicing this so good. And I ran my mouth too soon. Yeah, it slices right through, basically. I fucked that slice up. And I just want to hit it like this. So I'll save this half for the sushi rolls, and this half will go towards the spring roll. Because you have to slice it a separate way for the spring rolls. I want to do more shredded slices for the spring rolls, so that way it fits better in the paper. This knife cuts so good, bro. Like, holy shit. That was a very thin slice. Actually, this whole slice is too thin. I'll say, see, stuff like this could go good with the spring roll. Put you over here. Am I not slicing these straight? Alright, we got our cucumber slices for our sushi roll. Go ahead and flip this chicken over here. Also, chat, I want to flex. Well, not flex, but I got new tongues. I'm going to save these for the shrimp. These are my old ones for the chicken. Let it cook for a little longer. Let it cook for about 8 minutes. Time to cook breast. So yeah, we're gonna let that cook for 8 minutes. And so I got these for my sushi roll. Chop these up because I could serve these with the spring roll. And then I can just save that other half of the cucumber, honestly. There goes that. That'll be alright. Could also take these that I put to the side. Chop those up nicely. This is garbage. I can't really do much with this. We're just gonna save that other half of the cucumber. Alright, so the cucumber is ready, and I'll grab the avocado out a bit later. That chicken's gonna be ready to cook now. Alright, so cucumber's ready. The only thing I would need for the rolls themselves outside of the shrimp is the avocado. So we're gonna wait on that. Avocado is like one of the last things I'll do because it's just chopping up an avocado. I think what I can go ahead and do, nah, I could start getting ready to prep the shrimp. That's what I can do. Cooked it at 36. 8 would be 34 or 54. But I'm gonna need a plate for that, or actually a bowl. I'm not gonna use this chicken. I can throw this out. Right, I got the towel. Oh my god. So I grabbed the towel to like dry off the bowl, and I just dried off my hands and forgot all about it. But the chicken's gonna go directly into the bowl, just so that way I can avoid any potential, or I can go ahead and get started shredding it. And by then, the shrimp will be ready. So now we just gotta wait for this last piece of chicken to cook. And we'll be good to go from there. Grab me a complimentary water. Actually, I could be done by 10. Could be. Because the shrimp tempura itself won't take too long to make. It's mainly shredding the chicken. That's going to be like the part that kills me. But one thing I am going to focus on real quick is I'm trying to stay like very mindful of the rolls. Because I want to do both. But I don't want to make one and have one be waiting and then do the other one. And then hot water. Stand for 10 minutes. Alright, so these take about 10 minutes to make. So I guess I'll get started with these once I get started with everything else. This is going to be done. Alright. Take it off for a quick sec. Just gonna double check the chicken. Please show me something where the food at. Okay, so right now we've done chicken. I'm grilling the chicken first, which this is how grilled chicken should look like. Grilled chicken is not supposed to be real brown. I'm grilling the chicken first because I'm gonna be shredding the chicken basically throughout the stream. Because shredded chicken takes forever. Get a food cab? I'm gonna allow it. Oh. Anyways. So yeah, this is how the grilled chicken is looking so far. I have one more piece of chicken to do for the grilled chicken, and after that we'll get started with like the shrimp tempura and all that stuff. But grilled chicken comes first because while grilling chicken, or basically after I grill the chicken, I'm going to shred said chicken. And shredding chicken isn't like a slow process. I'm just going to check real quick, double check my work, because there's nothing wrong with doing that as a chef, and make sure the chicken cooked all the way through. That chicken did not cook, bro. At least this one didn't. Ramsey would be pissed right now. Also, what happened to your stream earlier, Demirius? Okay, so the second one cooked through, but it was just the first one that didn't really cook through. That being said, I am going to need to turn up the heat. I want to see the meal. So right now, put it back on food count. The chicken is getting low. I'm just letting the chicken finish up in there, and then, yeah, we can get started. Let me pull up the stream on my second phone so I could do like auto modding and whatnot from there. Or modding and whatnot. I wish my actual moderators would just be here, but that's asking for too much apparently. Will it not let me pull up Stream Manager? There we go. Trying to do something, but it won't let me. Expired. Oh, okay. Yeah, it just won't let me do anything about it. Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. I lost my touch? My chicken has not been coming out as good as I thought lately. I think it's because I'm cooking too low with chicken, because I'm scared of like burning the oil. I might just have to start cooking chicken with butter so that way it doesn't burn as much. Or just get some heavier oil. I don't know, because I don't like cooking with butter anymore. Okay. As far as the food goes itself, I cover my chicken whenever I cook it, so it's cooked with condensation. So that's why I'm kind of just like up here right now, because there's nothing to really see down here. But right now I'm just letting my old chicken cook all the way through, because I screwed up. It happens. Shouldn't happen this often, but it does. But it's fine. I'm going to let it cook through, move it, start the second chicken, and yeah, keep this ship going. That's what it's all about at this point. Good God. I'm going to be up all night cooking food. Also, my sushi making kit that I got came with these chopstick holders, and I freaking love them, dude. They're just so adorable. Alright, this one should be good now. You should be fine. You should be fine. You, I'm gonna let cook a little longer. probably should have flattened the chicken before I actually got started cooking it. I feel like that would have helped out a little bit as well. It's already been 30 minutes. Oh my god. Well, chicken does take a bit to make. Takes like... How much did it take back then? I think it was like 12 minutes overall. If I remember correctly. Because last time I made chicken was like Wendy's. And the timer for that was either 8 minutes on... No, chicken nuggets were 8 minutes. I forgot how much the grilled chicken was. I think it was 8 minutes? 8 minutes on each side? Or was it 8 minutes all around? I think it was... No, I think it was... Fuck. Anybody work at Wendy's? Do y'all know how long the chicken takes? I low-key forgot. To be fair, I haven't worked at Wendy's since 2021. And we are now in 2025. Alright, I need forks. I'm going to get started shredding this chicken. Real quick, if y'all don't know how to shred chicken, it is a very, very simple process. I'm going to move this over a bit. So, shredding chicken. Take chicken, you take 2 forks, one to hold it, one to kind of just like scrape it down. And this is how you shred chicken. Then once that gets tangled, kind of undo it. And yeah, this is the whole process of shredding chicken. Not a very entertaining process, so I'm not going to make you guys sit through it. But yeah. I feel like there's a more easier, convenient way to shred chicken, if I'm being honest. But I don't know of it. So this is the best you're going to get. If any of you know of a more convenient way, please let me know, because I am desperate. And this is basically what I'm going to have to be doing throughout the entire stream if I have any downtime. Like now while I'm just cooking the chicken, this is all I'm doing. So that way once I get to the actual making of the spring rolls, I can just like get a little bit of chicken and put it on in there. You should be about ready now. Alright. Gonna get started on that last piece of chicken now. Alright. So now I'm just shredding chicken until the time comes. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Has to be an easier way to shredding chicken. I'm pretty sure they have like automated shredders. I might have to just invest in one. Because hand shredding chicken is fucking awful. And it's like the chicken sticks to the forks, bro. This is miserable. By the way, feel free to still send text. I can still see text. I'm just like low-key locked right now. I'm already tired, bro. Is there a much more convenient way to do this? They said your hand recommended for any types of chicken. I'm gonna try using my hands. Let me get some gloves, of course, but I'm gonna just try handing this, cause yeah, fuck this. Okay. I'm going to be changing gloves probably sporadically throughout this, so just bear with me. That being said, I'm going to see, does it make it? Yeah, it's that much easier shredding chicken via glove or hands. 2 forks, it works, but hand shredding it is just so much quicker. I would have been 2 forking this all night. That sounded weird. Yeah, especially with the big breast piece like this. Still kind of hot though. I mean, yeah, I did just cook it. I'm gonna have to get on Salsa's ass. Hopefully she pops up in stream today. If she does, I'm gonna need to yell at her for not telling me you could head and straight chicken. It may be common sense, but I don't care. Go ahead and flip this chicken real quick. There we go. Hopefully my sensitive smoke detectors don't go off. I could cut my vent fans on, but those are a bit loud. Is it smoky over here? Here's what I'm gonna do. To try to counteract an incident before it can occur, I'll be right back. That should take care of that. I forget, when cooking, when like grilling something, you have to be careful because it will get smoky. And like, I barely even recognized until I just looked up. And my smoke alarms are hella sensitive. So I went ahead and got like some ventilation going so that way they don't cause a ruckus later on. Holy shit, it's almost been an hour? Just an hour of cooking chicken? Well, that's basically what the chicken katsu was. Hopefully I cut my air off before I got started with this. Otherwise, my AC bill is going to be a nightmare. Remember, cut your AC off before you cook. Unless you want pain and misery on your next electric bill cycle. Alright. So, chicken is done shredding. AKA, as long as you use your hands and not 2 forks, you can actually get done with things on time. And I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning while I'm here. Because now I actually have downtime. So I can kind of pick up my mess a bit. See, now that's going to be a problem. Starting to understand now why you shouldn't like try to. I said I was gonna give everything the proper time it needed. I lied. So, when cooking chicken breast, always flatten it. Just flatten it, bro. Don't try to cook the whole breast. Still tastes good though. So now, let's go ahead and start prepping the shrimp. This. Okay. trying to go ahead and get started, or trying to like get prepped for what comes next. Alright. So last, the chicken is done. Actually, you can never be too sure. I don't trust my own cooking anymore. I would show y'all this, but it's low-key an embarrassment. I'm just not gonna do it. All I'm gonna say is just always flatten your chicken before cook. If you're going to do anything with chicken breast, the first step is to flatten the chicken breast. It's not worth not flattening your chicken breast. This shit is black as the Black Lagoon. Alright. Smoke is calmed down though. Why do I want to die? Alright, so the chicken is out the way now. I'm gonna cut this eye off because it's already real hot. And so now we can get started with everything else. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean this eye up a little bit. paper towel fell. That's fine though. Alright. And so now we're gonna get started with everything else. So, first things first, shrimp for the shrimp tempura. There's a certain way you're supposed to do the shrimp. I just figured this out today. So when making shrimp tempura, which I'm gonna be doing everything right here for now, until we get to the chicken, I'm going to move this out the frame because I'm embarrassed by it. It's actually pretty bad. Well, it's not bad, it's just oil overcooked, so chicken overcooked. And here with the shrimp. There's a paper towel under it. So, whenever you're making shrimp tempura, you want to do 5 notches in it. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 5 little slits. And now this shrimp is going to be ready. So we're going to do that for each and every shrimp. I'm going to go ahead and get this eye, or get the oil kind of going, because the oil does take a little bit of time to heat. I'm also going to get some hot water going for the noodles themselves. Also, I'm not going to use my sushi knife to do this. I'm going to use a regular knife. But I need to heat up some water really quickly. I guess I can move the camera over here a bit. So, you guys know how noodles go. Fairly simple process. You have sink. You have pot. Put water in pot. I don't need you anymore. I won't need this, I think, for the rest of the night. I only have one more like frying / grilling thing to do. So I should be fine without that. You were solely for the chickens. I'll wash those here in just a second. I'm not going to add any salt this time around because I don't know if that would interfere with the noodles. So that's going to go on high. And we're going to finish notching the shrimp over here. There we go. There you go. So while that boils, I'm going to put some oil in here. I'm not going to fill it to the brim this time around. going to get that oil going. And I'm just going to notch the shrimps over here. Do so with gloves as well. Alright. I'm gonna use a smaller knife. Common kitchen knife can do the trick here. We're just doing little slits. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yes, this one's not. There's so much shrimp in here. I did not think this through. Oh my god, I've been so locked over here. I forgot all about the rice. I mean, not that that's important. I guess I can start making the rice once I get done stretching all my shrimp, which I'm towards the bottom of the bag. Because by the grease seems to be about primed. And so after that, the only thing I would have to do is go ahead. Let's see. Once the grease is hot enough and I start frying, I have to make the tempura batter mix, which I'm just taking that cold water, mixing it together, bada bing, bada bam. And so once I do that, of course, I have to fry the shrimp. And so I guess before I fry the shrimp, I will go ahead and get that stuff good to go and taken care of, or get the rice started. Which is kind of going to be a little experimental because I'm cooking. Well, I'm not going to touch that just yet. I'm going to wait up. I'll show you guys once I get to the rice. I don't think shrimp can contain salmonella, but you can never be too cautious. Alright, so this is the rest of the shrimp. I'm just take it out the bag because the bag have shrimp juices in it that are now on my counter. Okie doke, that's fine. Alright, so that's all done. Throw that away. Okay. So I'm gonna move this to the side. I'll probably end up doing an Uppies POV this stream. But, anywho. Hi, hello. Okay. I need to grab a bowl. That's why I'm moving the camera. Because I have to make the tempura batter. Now, it says to use like ice cold water. I mean, I could low-key do that. Because I have my whatchamacallit. Also, I am going off a recipe here because, well, it's my first time making something. My first time, I've already said this, my first time I do like to go by a recipe because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. One cup tempura flour for the amount. So, it says here, 1 cup of water with 3/4 a cup. So, if I add 1 more fourth, I would just need an extra 1/4 cup of water. Alright, here's where the fun starts. So I'm gonna go for cup of batter flour. I'm gonna place this off to the side. May or may not need it later. Then it said 1 cup. I need 1 1/4 cup of water. I need to get in here real quick. There we go. 1 1/4. Not gonna use the water I've drunken out of for courtesy. Calls for ice water. Now you can use tap water. I'm just using this because this is the coldest water I have available to me. 1 1/4 cup of water. And I'm gonna just use a fork. Nah, I'll just use a fork to mix it. Bowl. Wait, shift the tempura. Mix some small lumps are okay. Shift the tempura flour. Dip the shrimps in the flour for... Okay, so I need to make another thing of tempura batter. It looks like I need to dip the shrimps in, then dip it in this, and then dip it in the pot. Okay, so that looks about good. It says some small lumps are okay. So yeah, and we don't want to overmix. So I need to pour a small little light or a small little thing of batter. But before we do that, it has been brought to my attention that I am going to need to go ahead and do the rice. So for the rice, we're gonna follow the same protocol as last time. One cup of rice should do as well. Yeah. Just need to rinse this off real quick. Rinse this dry. Or dry this off. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, and I do apologize for that. But I'm kind of having to multitask here. But without further ado, I like to have the rice mixing bowl over here right by the rice. Okay, so we have our sushi rice here. I was gonna use my jasmine rice. Don't do that. Sushi rice is meant to be much more stickier than your average rice. So if you're gonna make sushi, always just use sushi rice. I almost made that mistake, but then I got curious and I looked it up and I was like, like what's the difference between the two? So that way if I actually need the sushi rice, I can just go and get that. And that's what I ended up doing. It said, no, they're different. Sushi, jasmine rice will not suffice. And so I was like, oh, okay, bet. Yeah, it even looks much different. But it's going to be the same protocol as regular rice. Here we go. So, in goes a cup of rice. And we're going to wash that. How do you wash it? Run some cold water over it. And just scrape out all the grains. Best way to see that, you can see a little bit. The water's kind of dilated here. Once that water is clear, your rice is washed. I said dilated. I should have said like distilled or something. I don't know. Basically, when the water is clear, the water's not going to be clear at first. So if I access this really quickly. Still a little grainy over here. One-fourth. That rice is going to be good to go now. So it now goes into here. I like to give it a few taps so that way I can get all that excess rice that likes to hang out in the strainer. It's over there for cleaning. And next, I guess we can leave this right here because we are going to need 1 1/4 cup of water. There we go. I'm gonna go in the rice maker with the rest of that rice. And so now I need to double check something because I need to make sure that we are need to make sure it's something when cooking the rice. Rice is kicking in. Alright, that's all we're gonna do for the rice. Normally I know with my recipe I would go ahead and add oil to it too, but we're not gonna do that just yet. So I'm gonna take care of that. Rice is gonna cook. Okay. So things are starting to come together now. Perfect, perfect. I'm gonna focus our attention over here. Not much. Got our string noodles for the spring rolls. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw those into the water and let those get started. Cut this down a little bit. Dump those right in. So that goes in for about 10 minutes. I can remember that. Alright. And so now I'm gonna redirect our attention back here. Why can I never get this stupid camera stuff right? Anyways, actually, we are going to go to a different POV because I need full access right here really quickly. Or I could probably just... There we go. So now here comes the fun bit because we get to actually fry the shrimp tempura. So, to do that, we have our batter mix right here. We need another bowl. Throw some batter in there as well, or flour in there, and we're just gonna lightly coat it. So we don't want just that much. Just enough to where we can lightly coat the shrimp before we dip it in the batter mix. Now, before we get started with any of that, I'm going to test this real quick and make sure that grease is ready for us. So just the safest way to do that, take a little bit of the batter mix, dump it in there. Yep, rises to the top. Alright, we are ready to fry, so I'm gonna put on some gloves real quick. Well, first, I want to try to be more prepared this time around. So, we're going to grab a plate. Go ahead and get our plate that we're going to retrieve the shrimp to. Now, the shrimp tempura itself does not fry for long. Like 2 minutes top, or 2 to 3 minutes tops. So, now I got our plate that we're going to retrieve that to. We're just going to set that off to the side. And now, the next thing we want to do, chew off to the side right there. So before we put our shrimp in, just want to lightly press it down just to make sure it is nice and straight and flat. I've already cut the silts, so that should be fine. Alright, and we're gonna lightly coat in the flour. Dip it in the batter. And in it goes. Dip it in the batter. Alright, so as you can see, we have the shrimp frying over here. We're going to let those fry until golden brown. Should take about 2 to 3 minutes. About two. We'll give it one more minute. I think I overmixed. So this is how the first batch is looking. Clearly that's not the way you want shrimp tempura to look. Pretty sure I overmixed a bit, so we're gonna try that again. Okay. Damage control. Those noodles are gonna be ready now. Let me see, does it have any notes about that tempura batter? So I'm gonna try one more time with this. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna make a fresh new batter. And from there, basically, because the issue might be, I might have overmixed it. And so if this yields the same results, then I'm just gonna have to make a fresh new batter from scratch, which I mean, I don't mind. So I'm gonna press down, get that nice and flat. Now while those cook, I'm going to go ahead and strain out these noodles. All right. So, products of batch two. A little bit better. You can see a little bit more of the coat, but still not what we want. All good though. You know what they say, Chad? Third time's the charm. So, here's what we're gonna do in the meantime. Well, first, I'm just gonna taste one real quick. So, the good thing is it at least tastes like tempura. So, for whatever that's worth, we're doing good there. So we're in the right direction. Tastes like tempura. We just need to get the right texture. So what I'm gonna do, I was looking at this guide online, but basically for the batter mix itself, I'm just gonna do the box instructions or the bag instructions. Try to see if we can really get that desired texture of the shrimp tempura. So, that being said, let's retry. So, we're gonna go 3/4 cup of batter mix. Alright. Then we're going to keep some batter mix over here on the side as well. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna go for a cup of water. Now we're gonna mix. Try not to over mix it this time around. Okie dokie. So, now we're gonna need gloves again. Make sure that shrimp is nice and flattened. Alright, so we're going to coat in the original batter mix flour. We're going to dip it in the regular batter mix. Rinse and repeat. Alright. You burning the house down today? No. No, we're not. As you can see, I have everything under control this time around. We're doing shrimp tempura. The first two batches didn't turn out how I wanted, but this batch is already looking much, much better. For reference, this is how the first two turned out. So you could kind of see the little outer shell, but it's definitely not what I wanted it to. I mean, it tastes like shrimp tempura, so it may not look the part, but it definitely tastes the part. And then after this, I'm gonna switch gears and get to the dumpling. Why are you using pan when I have a pot? You don't necessarily need to deep fry these. You can kind of just like fry them like this casually. I like pan frying stuff because it's a little bit easier to flip it and whatnot. And for certain stuff, you will want to go with the pan fry over a deep fry. Now, plus the instructions called for pan fry this time around. And I am following the instructions just the one time because this is my first time cooking it. My goodness. Oh, wait. Duh. I was sitting here kind of like, why isn't it getting the color I want? Because, like, the texture for it looks perfect, but it's not giving that orangish color. And that's when it hit me. How long you cooking them? 2 to 3 minutes. I forgot. I'm using a different type of oil. One thing I am probably going to have to invest in, truth be told, I'm probably going to have to invest in like a thermometer for your oil to see how hot your oil is, because I know cooking it at a higher temperature will also give it that golden orangish color. But I mean, if we're talking just shrimp tempura itself, like this is perfect. It just doesn't have the coloring. But the coating and everything is perfect. Like I said, third time's the charm. Just gonna go ahead and take the rest of these out. So yeah, the coating on the newer batch is much better. For reference, just for comparison, these are like the new batches, these are like the old batches. These are way more coated than these over here. Still good either way though. That being said, we have one more batch to fry, so gotta put on some gloves. Break 1.5. Oh, they're not undercooked. Hang on, wait. I'll take this one. Yeah, no, they're definitely cooked. Alright, so this is the last batch right here that I'm working on. Then once we finish with the shrimp tempura, or once we finish frying the shrimp, I'm gonna shift focus a little bit and focus on the rolls. Because I'm pretty sure the only thing I have left for the shrimp tempura roll is the avocado after I fry this last thing of shrimp right here. Then I'm gonna play with the temperature a little bit, turned it up just a little higher to see if that can get us that kind of golden orange brown color that we want. Just dip it in that, dip it in that. Clear for takeoff. Alright, that's gonna do it for the final batch. What hospital did you rob? I bought these. I bought these specifically for cooking, by the way. Because I was like, when I'm handling raw meats, I don't want to just be using bare hands. The original gloves I wanted were like some black gloves, but they didn't have it at the store, so I just went with the blue ones. How much more shrimp you got? This is the last batch of shrimp. So they got 1 more minute of cooking, and then I'm gonna pull them out, and we'll see how that looks. You be cooking for everyone or just me? Just me. It's just typically when I cook, I eat this stuff throughout the week. So that's why I always cook a lot. It's just because I'm gonna be munching on all of this throughout the rest of the week. I cook on Sundays, and that way, I get it over with. Now, something like this, I may end up having to make something later on. So like around Friday, Saturday, I may have to end up making something else. But for the most part, I end up eating all of this. I'm actually excited because starting tomorrow, I will be having my weight vest. I'm getting like a weighted vest, weighted arm bracelets, weighted ankle braces, and that way I can do some more resistance training at home. Anyways, I'm just convinced we're not allowed to get that orangish color because for final batch is looking perfect. It just won't give us that orangish color, but you know what? I can live with this. Then we're gonna cut that eye off. I can live with these. These two got stuck together. The Amazon guy got how much weight you get. Yeah. So the thing is, each set, so like each individual thing can hold up to 25 pounds. So that's like 25, 50, 75, 100. 125 pounds he's gonna have to put in the weight room. I could just imagine, especially if it like comes in a bag. Oh my god, if it comes, well, I assume it'll come in a box. It's gonna be a small box, I assume. He's just gonna lift that thing up and be like, Jesus, how? What is in here? Alright. That's gonna wrap it up for our shrimp tempura, aka everything we're supposed to fry tonight. I learned from my mistakes. We're not gonna worry about this oil until it cools off just a little bit. It's the same with the eye. But to wrap things up, this is how our shrimp tempura came out. You can see the second kind of half of it much better than this is like the first half of it. Shelling's kind of broken. They're all curled up and whatnot. Second batch. Nice and straight for the most part. You got a thick coating on the outer end. Very good. So, that being said, we're going to set this aside real quick. And we're going to make some spring rolls because those are good to go now. Now, I'm gonna shift the camera real quick. Hello. Hello. I need to do some cleaning on this shelf real quick. You still going? No. Okay, so I'm done with like the cooking part. Now, for the basically everything else is just a matter of properly preparing everything. How much you cook it? I'm just doing the 2 for tonight. I've already done, so the spring rolls, they're going to be done with chicken, not shrimp. And I've already cooked the chicken. That's what I spent like the first hour doing. I didn't burn down the house or set off the smoke alarms this time around. I still did mess up the chicken, but I figured out one was because I was cooking with thick breast. You never want to cook with thick breast unless you're planning to oven or like put it in the oven for a bit. And also, two, another mistake I made, I had the heat too low, close up on the teapot. Maybe in a bit, I was thinking about making tea with this meal. But I'm gonna shred the rest of this chicken really quickly. If I would have used my old method, the two fork method of shredding, I wouldn't have been done. I wouldn't have been done. I'm gonna shred this last little bit of chicken that I never got around to. And then we're going to assemble some spring rolls. Hopefully they turn out well. I'm never two fork shredding chicken ever again. Greatest mistake of my life. Show the food? I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I'll show the food if you promise not to mock me, cause I'm just admitting it full out. I fucked up the chicken, or the last batch. Is that bad? Well, it's not bad. Like it's not like it's raw or nothing. It's more so just it's kind of black. As Chef Ramsay would say, it's definitely black or blackened. All right, you know what? I can't show it now because I got my gloves on. But once I get done shredding it, I'll show you the aftermath. Yeah, it's not raw or nothing. Trust. If it was raw, I just wouldn't be eating it. It would have been in the trash can. But it is black. Or not even necessarily black. It's a little bit, yeah, a little bit of char won't hurt. Alright, I'm shredding the last piece now and then I'll show. Also, I'm gonna have to wash my hands before I do the rolls for a multitude of reasons. Or because to assemble the rolls, I'm gonna be using my hands. It's just a lot more convenient that way. Okay. So, time is it for me? It is currently 10:51. I run on Central Standard Time. But I normally go to sleep at like later times anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. I do wish I started sooner, but I had to take care of my little cousins for the day. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to move my cucumbers into this bowl right here really quickly. And then we'll get started. Then I need to make something for that as well. Oh, I see what I'm going to use. I'd have clocked out the kitchen 3 hours ago. Same. Honestly, I was like low-key debating with myself about still doing Sizzlin Sunday today. But I was like, fuck it. The show must go on. Who cares? The show must go on. Anyway, so let me make sure I got everything for the rolls. Chicken, cucumbers, veggies, noodles are over there. All right, I need to fill this up with water real quick. My counter right now is just so fucking messy, by the way. Could you make some Cajun chicken pasta? Someday. That would be one that like that'd be probably the easiest thing I can do. And let's see. Because I don't know how to make spring rolls in the slightest. Okay. So, we gotta get down to the cooking POV, or workstation. This is my little workstation right now. So, how long in there? A few seconds. Take it out of the water. Okay. So, real quick, I'm gonna add some cold water to this. Alright. And I need to wash my hands really quickly. This is the chicken, by the way, like I said. It's a little dark on the top, but whatever, we'll live. But real quick, I need to wash my hands so we can get started with this. I think this is probably the messiest my kitchen has been. Chicken look a little dry. Add water to it. It is a bit dry. It has been sitting there for a bit. Alright. There we go. So, first things first, you gotta take the rice paper. Now see, I could try to open this like a Neanderthal. I'm gonna move this out the way. But, we have technology. So, take the rice paper, say dip it in here for a few seconds. Alright. I forgot one very important thing. Lettuce. Okie doke. So, gonna take a little bit of lettuce. I know they say use leaf lettuce, but I work with what I have. I wasn't about to buy a whole thing of lettuce when I quite literally have a whole bowl of lettuce. Why do I have a whole bowl of lettuce? I've been making sandwiches. Can y'all see this? Okay, yeah. So, just add a little baseline of lettuce. Yeah, it probably is much convenienter to work with leaf lettuce. That should be good. And add a few sticks of cucumber. A little bit of carrot. Gosh, shoot. And then at the very top here, I'm gonna throw in our chicken. Then we're gonna roll this up. I could have rolled it using the thing. Actually, low key. No, that won't work. Then you want to fold in the sides. And then roll it up some more. And spring roll. That didn't turn out too bad. I put it on the pad roll. Yeah, I know. Ever roll the blunt or even a burrito? Not correctly. No. But I mean, this doesn't look too bad, right? It does seem to be a bit overstuffed, but other than that, nothing too bad, right? Turned out better than I expected. Yeah, me too. Anywho, real quick, I'm gonna get a small little bowl. Wait. I'm gonna throw some peanut sauce in it, and we're going to try this baby out. Now, I did do a store-bought peanut sauce, just because when it comes down to sauces, yeah, that's a bit different. Sauces are a bit out of my pay grade for the time being. Anywho. So I'm going to do a quick bite without the peanut sauce. And then do one with the peanut sauce. Tastes like an enhanced McDonald's snack wrap. I didn't do much with the chicken when cooking it, and honestly, that's fine. I kind of like it like this, to where it doesn't really have much of a flavor on its own, and everything just blends in real nicely. Now I'm gonna try it with the peanut sauce, because my friend that told me to cook this, they recommended that I try it with peanut sauce. So, got a dinner so it's falling apart. not gonna cap. That peanut sauce is a lot better. Hang on, wait. The peanut sauce is a lot better than I thought. Like, I didn't think I was going to be a big fan of the peanut sauce. I absolutely love this peanut sauce. Also, the roll was falling apart. What did you expect me to do? That was good. Shocked me. Yeah, it's still good. I'm gonna give it one more go because I forgot to add the noodle. Plus, I'm gonna try not to I'm gonna try not to stuff it as much, and also I'm gonna put it to where I can actually roll it. Anyway, so I'm gonna put it to where I can actually roll it. 1 and 2. I'm gonna try not to overstuff it. So. There we go. Base lettuce goes in first. Grab some noodles from over here. And these are just clear string noodles. Grab some more cucumber. A little bit of carrots. And then just a tad of chicken. Let's try re-rolling it. All right. Fold in the sides. There we go. This one is much better, much more informed. Alright, so now let's try it with the noodle. Oh, to everybody that just joined, this is how our spring roll looks. Alright. Noodle is good. The noodle with it like, at first it was like an 8, now it's a 9. Let me get some peanut sauce with that. Yeah, this is a 9. Easily. Easily the easiest 9. Alright. So, that's gonna take care of the roll section. Spring roll was really good. It turned out much better than I thought it was. I thought the chicken was gonna ultimately ruin it, but no, it's really good. I love it. Thankfully, I have more sheets too, so I'll be able to do more with it. But I'm gonna try to clear this off as much as I can, so that way we can go ahead and do the sushi. I want to leave the carrots for the sushi. And I will need a victim avocado. This avocado will be my victim avocado. So for sushi, I'll need you. I can put you here now. And then my rice paper, I'm gonna have to put in here. So. I have to go out tomorrow and buy a new bowl for the noodles. Store in cool and dry place. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna have to put these. In here. And I guess I can put the noodles in here now. So what? 7 ads? Damn. Alright, take care, man. Thank you for tuning in, though. I did not think it would give you 7. Wait, it shouldn't be giving you 7. Because it should be like 3 minutes worth of ads every 15 minutes. At least that's the last I had it set to. I don't know if they did something like to change that. Alright. Wow, I just thought about I'm gonna have to go buy a new bowl tomorrow so I can store this rice somewhere. Right now. That goes over here. This goes in here. I probably won't clean up until tomorrow if I'm being honest with myself. Alright. So, should be everything I need for the roll itself. Let me see. Rice vinegar, cucumber, avocado, the shrimp. Of course, I need the shrimp for the shrimp tempura roll. All right. Believe this said. Refrigerator after opening. So now we're gonna move on to the shrimp tempura roll. All right. So here we go. Got our rice right here. Going to throw in some. Actually, give me 1 second. So, we're actually gonna use rice seasoning. Overeat. 5 tablespoons for 2 cups. So we're gonna only use about 2 tablespoons. Take this. We're going to fold the rice. And that should be good. Okay. So, gonna get my second bamboo board. Make sure I pull it this side up. Going to get our nori pad. We're going to get our scissors so we can cut open that nori pad. We're most definitely gonna have to cut this. Actually, nah. If I feel like eating the whole roll, I'll just make another one. So we got our seaweed. This is where hands come into play. So I need to wipe my hands real quick. There we go. I'm going to take some rice and just layer it on top of the seaweed. Now I'm going to be going for an inside out roll. So I'm going to just plaster a layer of rice over the top of this. Wait. Okay, I didn't put it on there wrong. Alright. Should be about good. Ugh, feels weird having stuff attached to my fingers. Anywho, I now have a reason for these. Sprinkle some sesame. Press those into the rice. Now, I know these are probably not the right sesame seeds, but this is what I have. So please don't come after me talking about some, oh, you sinful creature, you're not using the right sesame seeds. I tried to use everything else, I just did not find the sesame seeds. Alright. Wait, I skipped a step. Anywho, gonna take this now. And before I put it onto there, let me make reprimands. I don't have plastic wrap. I just realized that. Anything plastic wrap can do, aluminum foil can. Well, I don't want it to. Fuck it. We take our chances with the bamboo pad. Last thing I need is to have pure aluminum going into my bloodstream. So we're just gonna work with what we have. So, now that we've already started our cardinal sin, we're going to flip this over. And we're going to add our chicken tempura, or our shrimp tempura. And I go in with the cucumber. And now we're going to slice open this avocado. Use my handy dandy fresh avocado tool that I just got. Actually, wait. Scoop the avocado out first. There we go. Now, use that handy dandy avocado tool. Bro. This thing is low-key buns. I'd be better off just slicing it myself. Whatever. I have the avocado now. In my humblest opinion, you can never go wrong with that. There's no such thing as too much avocado. And notice that you put it on incorrectly. And fix your cardinal sins yet again. Oh, brother. Did I overstuff the roll? I did. I needed much more paper. Unless... I'm cheating a little bit, but I don't care. Looks like it's not gonna let me cheat the system. Never mind. Never mind. I can't cheat the system. And so, here is our failure of a shrimp tempura roll. But you know what? What matters is that we tried. And that's what it's all about in the end. But I'm gonna test it now to see if it at least tastes good. It does. I mean, presentation may not be the best, but that doesn't stop it from tasting like a shrimp tempura roll. Plus, this is my first time, so not gonna give myself too much of a headache. Just, I know what to focus on going into the next. But yeah, man, it still tastes like a shrimp tempura roll. Still gonna eat it. Yeah. Well, hey, today wasn't a total success. I mean, a total failure. Wasn't a total success either, but we're learning. This was my first time making both, and I think both of them turned out better than I thought. I mean, the spring roll was obviously the highlight. Like this is a shrimp tempura roll. Easy 8, 9 out of 10. Still tastes very good. But the spring roll for me was the highlight. I like that one the most. And I'm definitely going to be making a lot more of those going forward. But I mean, the sushi is still on point, and that's what I'm most proud of. Like, it may not look like sushi. I may not have completed the roll, but, like, I mean, that doesn't look too bad. And then it still tastes phenomenally. Yeah, I don't beat myself up too much for it, but I'm going to end stream there. I have a crap ton of cleaning up to do before I can even imagine relaxing, better yet going to sleep. So thank you to all of those that tuned in. I really appreciate it. Sorry that today was kind of all over the place. I started late and I've just been moving, but we got it done. That's all that matters. Hopefully you guys have been entertained. Hopefully you guys learned something new as well. Maybe learning from my mistakes, even if it's just that, I will take it. But yeah, take care. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.